Have you ever been bugged by the fact that your business can actually do a lot more by just extending its tentacles to the United States, but then you're not even sure you have what it takes to start up in the country? You might be doing quite well where you are, but deep down you know that things can only get better if you establish your business in a country with a better customer base, better investors, and generally better prospects for your business. Well, starting up your business in another country is a difficult task. There are certain factors which you must put into consideration if you want to succeed. Hi everyone, this is Mert Damlapinar in New York City, and today's topic is an interesting one about startups. It will be an eye-opening episode on the signs whether you're ready to start up in the United States or any other country. Remember, a ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for. In case you're seeing my channel for the very first time, I post videos every week. Those videos are geared towards showing you tips on how to attain higher levels of success in your business as an entrepreneur and implement data analytics applications in the field you work. If you don't want to miss any of them, hit the subscription button on your screen and make sure you also turn on the notification bell. I have had stimulating conversations with entrepreneurs around the world, and one of the issues we continuously address during such discussions is the fact that thousands of opportunities abound for businesses in the United States, and how it seems impossible for a relatively new startup to survive amidst the competition here in the US. Well, on my part, I also believe that introducing your service or product to the US market is one hell of an opportunity for expansion and growth. But most importantly, I also believe that introducing your business into the US market and having it thrive amidst all the competition is possible and easy, if proper research is carried out and an adequate execution plan is put in place. From my experience, most entrepreneurs are scared of penetrating the US market because of the evident competition and the erroneous belief that it's even worse when they compete from abroad. What startups fail to understand is that expanding across a region, for example, from Mexico to Chile, is just as difficult as launching in the US. So if you're still on a crossroad as to whether you should enter into the US market or not, it might just be the help you've been longing for, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you signs that your business is very likely ready to take the next step. The very first sign that your business might be able to survive the US market is if you are centered on a niche market. If your product focuses explicitly on a particular customer base, it will be quite easier to thrive and grow your business in the United States. Because not only will you be able to outdo competing companies based on specific metrics, but you will also need less capital to do so. When you have set up in the US, your crew must remain innovative and keep building value that will leave your competitors with no choice but to try to keep up. The higher you raise the standards, whether by offering cheaper rates for your products or services or by operating leaner, the harder it will be for your competition to actually keep up. For startups in the US market, it's quite advisable to first take the vertical approach in the sales of a product or service. Vertical sales of a product or service is a sales that's limited to a certain number of market segments, rather than all markets. For example, a startup might have products designed to meet the needs of customers in one vertical, for example, the entertainment sector. On the other hand, a horizontal sales approach is used with a product or service that suits the needs of customers in various market segments. For most startups, the horizontal strategy can be complex to keep up with, even though it provides you with a more extensive customer base. But if your business targets one or two market segments, only then can you be sure that you're providing the best for your chosen sectors, and that way you outshine your competition who adopts a horizontal sales approach. Above all, you need to be strategic about your choice when it comes to selecting a market segment to focus on, and this is the piece of research. Because what works back at home might not apply in the US, so you need to research ahead of time so you know where your most valuable customers are based on how best connect with them. The race for customers is quite fierce, so to win over customers who obviously belong to someone else before you came around, you must do something differently. And to achieve this, you must know the strengths and weaknesses of your competition. This helps you model your services to improve on their weaknesses and also tap into their strength. This way, your services becomes unique and that extra satisfaction customers are seeking they would find in your business. The US market moves at a breakneck pace, and it requires startups which must survive to keep up with this pace and be able to adapt. If your company is quite prepared on the technical side, then there's a big possibility that you can change and adjust your products to meet the needs of your customers. To ensure your company is fit for the US market, you might have to send in core team members who would help establish the company's presence while recruiting local talent. Getting your business started any part of the world requires that you should be able to pitch your products and its uniqueness to the people who live in that area in a language most of them are fluent with. So for a startup to survive in the US, the role of communicating in fluent English cannot be overstated. On this note, it is advisable for startups to get fluent English speakers on their marketing and sales teams, which will enhance communication with prospective customers and also ensure that your website and messaging sounds natural and is culturally relevant. Expanding to the US doesn't come without challenges, but if your startup succeeds, your company is much more likely to gain international recognition and experience rapid growth. On this note, my advice is quite simple. Startups should have a change of mindset, and instead of being scared of the US market, they should view it as a golden opportunity for growth. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.
Subscribe to Analytics of Life and don't forget to press the bell icon. Never miss another update or a new video.